Subscribe to Cooking and Travel by Dr. Papori Barooah and press on the bell icon for all notifications. Hello everybody and welcome back to my channel. It's a peppery prawn mustard green gravy today. Just imagine how good it will be when you eat into it and you enjoy it with steamed rice. So let's start cooking. So for that, what I've done is I have taken around 8 or 10 big prawns. I have deveined the prawns and cleaned it properly. And now this I have soaked in salt and some vinegar for around 10 minutes. So you can see this watery gravy there, that milky substance or milky liquid there. This I'm going to throw off and I'm going to wash it again before I really use it. Apart from that, I will need one small onion which has been chopped into small pieces there. This is a potato. I have just grated the potato very thin and I've just soaked in water so that the color doesn't change there. I will also need some mustard greens here. These mustard greens I have chopped very thin there, and normally when we use these mustard greens we have to squeeze out the extra water from the mustard greens so that it doesn't become very bitter or very strong a taste. I will also need 1 big tablespoon of masoor dal or red lentils which I have soaked in water for almost 20 minutes now. Some dry ingredients and some basic masalas. This is the 5 spices or what we call panch furan there. I'll need around 7 or 8 garlic pods which I've just smashed, 1 bay leaf, 1 teaspoon, big hip teaspoon of pepper powder and 1 chili, and of course salt to taste. And I also need some baking soda, and the entire cooking will be done in mustard oil. The first thing I need to do now is that wash these prawns and give it a light fry with a smearing of some salt. So I'm using a clay pot here. You can use any pots, anything that you want to really fry in. And I'm using it because I'm in love with the clay pots and all the nutritional values associated with it. I've given here around 2 big tablespoons of mustard oil, and I'm just waiting for the mustard oil to smoke out. The prawns do not take much time. In fact, see, they've already changed color. They're becoming pink and they're really crawling in and they're becoming just one small beautiful little parcel sort of. And you do not fry the prawns much, otherwise they'll become very elastic. So just 1 or 2 more minutes and they are done. So they've changed the color. It's become pink and white, pinkish and whitish sort of. This time I'm not using any any turmeric because I really want to retain the white color, because I'm also using soda bicarb, and which will also make my curry look very reddish if I use it with turmeric. So I'm not using any turmeric. So I just take this out now. They are done. And I proceed with the next part of the recipe. Now in the same oil I'm putting in the bay leaf, the panch furan and the dry chili. Just tear off the back, the stem there, and just split apart and put it. Into this I'm putting in the onion. The onion also goes in. I'm doing it on medium flame because I'm using the clay pot and I can really feel I can afford to lose my the time there, because it takes a little more time than normal, but it has so many health benefits. Therefore I love to cook in the clay pot. So we just give it a nice fry till all the onions turn little golden brown. Now I'm going to add in the mustard greens there and all others as well, like the grated potato, a little bit of this is the red lentil there. Give it a nice mix there. So I'm giving it a nice mix there. And now, after it's fried a little, I'm going to put in the baking soda. But before that, I'm just putting in the garlic as well as the pepper powder. So this is not a very watery sort of a gravy that we are having. With some sort of a very thick gravy and a bit of Assamese cuisine that I'm working out today. Normally this type of alkaline sort of a curry that we are making today, in this, when we are talking about mustard greens, they normally use some big fish heads. Today I'm using some prawns. Now I'm just going to drop in some hot boiling water. Okay. So the boiling water goes in. Yes, I've dropped in quite a few there, almost half a liter. Okay, I'm increasing the heat a little. And then I'm going to put in now the soda bicarb. So we'll throw around the soda bicarb this way. That is the way you really measure it. And once it's thrown all over, so it's almost a small, small teaspoon. We're just giving it a mix there. And now we're going to throw in the salt. So the salt also goes in. And now we're just letting it cook on high flame, medium to high flame, covered. So on medium flame there, just for say around 6 to 7 minutes on, and it has to boil very well. So this has been cooking on covered for almost 7 to 8 minutes. Now let's see the condition there. Yes, that's nice. Yes, and they are all melting into one another. But there's a lot of water, so I just let it go uncovered till some of the water dries up, say 50% of it. At this moment, please check in for the salt. You can add in one more green chili if you want, and that way let it go uncovered and be cooking. So after almost 10-12 minutes, this is how it looks. The gravy has reduced to a great extent, and I'm sure the greatness or the health benefits that I'm going to have from this particular clay jar. I'm really excited. Now let me put in the prawns there. Okay, I've somehow reduced the heat and again increased it. Now this is on high flame, medium to high flame. So let it get its boil and we'll decide on the consistency. So once the curry or the gravy gets this consistency, check in again for the salt and then remove the bay leaf. So that's how it looks. Look how beautifully yummy it seems there. And this is my peppery prawns in mustard greens. Very easy recipe. Takes a little time, but it comes out really yummy. I hope you'll give it a like and a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel if you haven't. Thank you so much for watching.